Hi there, this is the new collection for number 9 for January 2020. It's called Animal Magic, and as you'll see there's a recurring theme throughout the collection of animal markings, colourings and names. So the three sections of the design, of the collection, are the prints. So we have Peacock Picnic here, one of the prints. We have the Medina collection of outdoor fabrics and Chennai woven checks and stripes. We also have Indian garden woven and embroidered tapes here. So I'm going to take you through the collection design by design now. Design from the Chennai woven checks and stripes is this fabric Kazar, and it's got this wonderful multicoloured effect. I love the sateen with the matte dry effect of the linen and rayon. This is the original colourway, which is rather sort of rainbow, so I called it Kazar, which is a Hindi name for a rainbow. So Cat's Pyjamas, this wonderful soft woven construction with this slightly quilted effect. And I love the handle of this. It's this mishmash of lions, tigers and cheetahs, and just, as I say, so beautifully soft. And that works very well with this embroidered trimming, lattice work. I just love this jungle music, this embroidery. See lots of coverage, fabulous colour here. And I love it. I called it jungle music because it just has all these different rhythms and this combination of different shapes, and they're all layered. And it just feels like the sound of all the animals in the jungle. I just adore it. And that comes in two colourways. Condicory stripe, which is 100% cotton. Again, really smart. It's a satin weave, so it has this gloss to it. And again, I love the saturated colours. And you'll see as you go through the collection, you'll see there are very distinct colour palettes from sort of greys, softer neutrals to sort of blues, and these more vibrant colours. This is a Bangaroo check, and it's 100% cotton, a bit lighter weight. Has that lovely crisp feel to it. And we've actually got a stripe as well on the same warp. They're not the same colours going in the warp and the weft, but they really sit well together. And the wonderful thing about these is they're great for both upholstery and for curtains. And the colour palette works really beautifully with our previous collections of prints and wovens. Another great embroidery. This is called Cockahoo. And you'll see it's, what I love about this, it has this jacquard as the ground, and then this really striking embroidery. There are two colourways of this, striking embroidery on the top of the jacquard, and the jacquard is actually available to buy on its own. So you'll see, for example, this chair, we've put the plain jacquard here with the embroidery on the back of it. Again, 100% cotton. Really lovely. This is actually a bit chunkier than the previous stripe I showed. It does 28,000 rubs, but it has a wonderful soft feel to it. And this is the Bangaroo stripe, the one that has the check which goes with it. This does 30,000 rubs. And I just think that there are so few stripes and checks out there to choose from at the moment. It's a lovely addition to the collection. And then we have the coordinating check there. Another colourway of Peacock Picnic. And I loved painting and drawing this because it has this large tree of life, which is this way around. And you'll see that it has, it's actually based on an original Tree of Life design, but painted in this very watercolory away. But in amongst all the foliage and flowers, there are bumblebees and butterflies, peacocks on the verge of having a picnic. And there's some snails in there, so it's great, great fun. Lepidopteri, named after the study of butterflies. I thought it was sort of amusing name because it combines leopards with butterfly. I thought the markings were rather like the markings on both leopards and also on the wings of butterflies. It just sort of really works on this linen, and it works beautifully for both curtains and upholstery. There's a very crisp feel, really good colours. I love the way that you have the warmer blue with the cooler blue, so you can go in a turquoisey way or an indigo way. It really works to combine those different shades of blue. That comes in 4 colourways. Another example of one of our tapes there. Phoenix and dragon. Very traditional combination of these 2 motifs. You see them in brocades, Chinese brocades, and so it has a very friendly dragon there in the cartouche. He seems to be playing an instrument there, and then with this phoenix which breaks up the space. But you'll see that it gathers really beautifully. It has a lovely spread of colour across the width of the curtain, and that's on a very, very beautiful linen ground. Monkey puzzle. I love that name because it just sort of seems to sum up the design. It has the feeling of a paisley, but it's not actually a paisley. It's just some abstract shapes that fit interlock together, lots of texture, lots of different images. So we've got stars and circles, and it's just a really, really fun design. But like the Phoenix dragon, great as it gathers as a curtain. It's just a wonderful colour carrier as well. So it has these great colourways. There's a wonderful neutral as well as a very lovely combination of blues as well. And this is called Snake Dance. It's taken from Tibetan tiger motifs from carpets. But I jazzed it up with these colours and printing it on this ground that we use so much, because I just love the texture it gives to the prints, and also the fact that it makes it very, very usable for upholstery. It has great rubs, and again, it works well as curtains too. Armadillo is a hand block printed design, and as you can see, I just made me think of those markings from an armadillo when I was doing the design, but I love the geometric effect of it. This works really beautifully as Roman shades, and the way that it pleats up and sits in these stripes. I've introduced quite a few new embroideries this season, all about the texture. So one of the first ones is this feather cut. And this is where the fabric is woven, and then the weft is removed with by cutting, and it leaves these fringed edges here. And once it's as a curtain, it's actually could be lined as a conventional curtain, but it can be used as a semi-sheer as well. But it really is very, very three-dimensional. It just gives a great texture to a room. And then lead the way, again very, very textural, cotton and linen, and it has this very, very quite a thick rope which is appliqued onto the ground in this trellis effect. And again, I love the three-dimensional quality of that. That comes in 2 colours, a really lovely white colourway. And after I did it, I realised how lovely this would be by the ocean. It would just be wonderful in these sort of rather nautical colours. It's great fun. It's called Zebra Party. I'd seen this design from medieval tiles from France, which had these mythical beasts, and I just thought it would translate so well in a more whimsical way. So having these zebras together, or zebras as we sometimes say, in this arrangement is wonderful. It has this lovely texture, and again it works as well for curtains as it does for upholstery. Making tracks is a combination of hand block printing with this embroidery. So you'll see there's a little video we have out there which shows the process where they have embroidered the fabric already, and then they hand block these printed shapes in between one by one. And you'll see here it's got this lovely print mark where the print is made by hand. And I love that sort of bumblebee colourway. So for the outdoor collection, Medina, we have this design Atlas, which has these wonderful different coloured yarns in the weft to give this textured effect, named after the Atlas Mountains. Has these more saturated colours as well as lots of neutrals. We're also reintroducing Tunis, which has been one of our most popular fabrics. It does 56,000 rubs, and like all our outdoor fabrics, it's made from polypropylene. I think it's just such wonderful yarn. It has great qualities. It's really, really soft to the touch, but it has great performance and many different qualities, which you can read all about on our website. The reason I love the polypropylene is it has this fabulous handle, soft to the touch. It also doesn't peel, unlike many other outdoor fabrics. It has great commercial application, so it passes all the relevant tests for that. It is completely non-toxic, it's 100% recyclable, and it has great maintenance properties, so it's very easy to clean, obviously it has brilliant light fastness results. But please do have a look at the website where we have a fact sheet. But it now comes in 44 colours, by popular demand, as they say. And it has all these, many more neutrals, as well as some lovely saturated colours. But I think it's a great fabric. I think it's been popular because it has this tweedy effect in here. It adds great texture to a room. And of course, many people now use these indoors as much as they do outdoors. So another design from the collection, Boujade. So it has these wonderful weave effects to create texture and give this hand-woven look to it. That comes in 3 colourways. And the last design is Medina, which does 40,000 rubs. It's actually woven on a tapestry loom. So even though this one's all shades of blue and green, there's a very multicoloured one and a black and white version as well. So that's the Medina outdoor collection.